Hey guys, so I am going to try and film my get ready with me today. When I went to set up for this video, I realized that I usually used to film them on my makeup table, and now I kind of had to move everything over here so that I still have my same background and everything. So let's hope that I'm in frame for this. I might have to move it down because I'm gonna be like this up in the mirror because I cannot see unless I'm right up to it. So let's get my sweater out of the way in the back here. I'm not doing much today. I'm doing this with the Natasha Denona Star palette, so probably gonna do like a cranberry-ish look. Haven't really decided yet, but I'm not gonna bother with face makeup like foundation because I don't know if you can tell, but my skin is super dry, and that is a combination of the weather changing and the fact that I just took a super hot shower. So I'm not gonna bother messing up my skin too much, but I'm just gonna quickly do my brows. This is all I have for a brow pencil right now. It's my $1 Billion Brows in, of course it doesn't, it's just a brown one. It doesn't say the color on it, so I'm not going to really do this as a tutorial. I'm just going to sit here and talk because I have some stuff to talk about, I guess. I just do these super quick, by the way, because I went back and I was like watching my older videos where I used to square off the front of my brows and it looks so horrible. I don't know why I ever thought that looked good. Hopefully, I'm hoping I have the camera set up right. And my skin is so dry. So now I've turned the camera on and basically forgot everything that I was going to talk about. I've been tasked with making the cheesecake for Thanksgiving this year, which is, I don't know if you've ever made cheesecake from scratch, but it's a super difficult process that includes a water bath and everything, so I don't want to screw it up for my family. But I've never, my grandma always makes it, and she has really bad cataracts in both her eyes, and she can't see anything anymore. So she asked me to, well, last year my uncle did it, and it was gross. I'll just put it like that. It was gross. He doesn't like cheesecake, and I told her, you don't let someone who doesn't like cheesecake make it. So I'm gonna try and make it this year. Fingers crossed that it comes out decently. Yeah, I guess I'll just start with my eyes. So, like I said, I want to do a cranberry-ish look. I'm going to Let's start with my transition color. I'm not even going anywhere today. I just felt like wearing makeup because I haven't worn makeup in like a week. It kind of sucks when you're stuck in the house all the time, so I literally do not leave the house during the week because we don't have a second car anymore. It wasn't really our car to begin with. It was, the second one was Steven's grandma's car, but she doesn't drive anymore, so that was just like here for me to use. And it's such a long story that I don't want to get into it. But if you watched my video, I did a video probably about a year ago that was called Why 2015 Sucked, and it entailed, is that the right word? I don't think that's the right word I'm looking for, but it kind of got into how, for anyone that doesn't know, Steven and I take care of his grandma, and I don't want her to hear, that's why I'm kind of talking low. He has an aunt and her son, so that's Steven's cousin, who are like drug addicts and always taking advantage of his grandma. And what was it that happened in that last video that I talked about? them stealing her credit cards multiple times. That happened again just a few weeks ago, actually. It's just, it's bad. Like, it's to the point where I don't want to leave the house because I'm afraid of what they're going to steal. But not only that, the son, Steven's cousin, actually I can't even explain that without not making sense. Basically, Steven's aunt can't afford anything, like she's trash, and always taking advantage of his grandma. And somehow, when she split up with her husband for like the 50th time, conned his grandma into giving her $19,000 as a down payment on a house. A $300,000 house that there's no way she has like no credit. I don't know how she went through like a personal lender, and she got her friend, who's like a moron for agreeing to do this, to go in on it with her on the mortgage. That friend has already moved out because they were doing heroin and shit, and the son was never supposed to live there. That was not in a like part of the agreement. So she got fed up and she left, and they're like going through the court proceedings now and everything. But to get back to it, yeah, she can't afford anything on her own, and she's always like conning money out of his grandma and everything. So the car that she was driving was actually in his grandma's name, in his grandma's insurance. She's been paying for everything. The cousin decided he was going to go for a joyride in the car one night, and this was August 19th, I want to say it was, and he fucking wrapped it around a telephone pole and didn't tell anybody. Like, I'm sure his mother knew because she reported it as stolen. And how all that went down, that was like months of ridiculousness, to the point where they sent an investigator from the insurance company, because they knew that the story was bullshit, because they had to lie because it was in everything was in his grandma's name. Yeah, they finally, like a month later, was when they found the car. So then she didn't have a car to get back and forth to work, and she just thought she was entitled to this one. So then she took that, and supposedly, like, his grandma said you can only have it if you put it in your name and put the insurance in your name and everything. So then me and Steven are always like being sleuths and investigating, but the lady from the insurance company, the investigator, had called again and wanted to know why all of a sudden she gave that car away for nothing. And she had said that it was going to be fixed up because there was so much wrong with it, and I don't know, she made something up. And she had said that she had given it to her daughter. And I guess the investigator looked it up. The daughter doesn't have a license. The aunt, Steven's aunt, does not have a license. So how she hasn't been caught yet, I don't understand. Like, I'm itching to just report it, and I don't know how to go about doing that. But yeah, driving around with no license. It's just, there's so much more to the story than this. I'm just like being super mild about it. That's only like not even half of it. But a few weeks ago she ended up taking just her credit card numbers and paying her $500 cable bill with it, which, if you can't even afford your freaking house, why do you even have cable? Like, that's my question. You're like so worried about not being able to watch TV, but you can't even afford the house you're living in. And now, since then, she has not called or shown up or anything, which is awesome for me. Like, I don't like the woman. I don't like her being able to come over here whenever. But, yeah, she's such a manipulator. She's just trying to make her mother feel bad now because, oh, you didn't stick up for me and blah 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 blah. Total crap, like crap. I am not, like, I hate my living situation right now. It's not the best. So I'm using one of the glittery shades on my finger because that is the best way to apply these. I'm just putting a little bit over the gold. This is kind of like, it looks like a holiday look, but I'm feeling holiday-ish today. So yeah, it's fun. I might have to do one of these videos a week just to get stuff off my chest because it feels better. I really like, Steven knows how I feel, like he hates her too, he can't stand her, but he's at work, so I can't, and I've like rehashed this a million times to him already, so I have to get my eyeliner, which I forgot to grab. I grabbed everything else. I'm gonna use my ColourPop liner because I want to be quick with it. I'm not even gonna do like a wing or anything. This is just how I do my eyeliner when I'm in more of a rush. I'm not in a rush today, but let's see, what else can I talk about? My dry skin is really bothering me. That's all I can see on the tip of my nose. I guess having the camera at this angle is working okay, because I didn't want the mirror to be totally in the way. I'm like, I can't see well at all without my glasses on, and I kind of gave up on contacts because I don't want to keep paying for them. They were just, for some reason, and it could be because of, I have like massive astigmatisms in both my eyes. Eye doctors that I've had have always told me that I won't see as good with contacts as with glasses in, and I was like persistent about using contacts because I was sick of glasses, and they were right because I can't really see as good. I mean, it's not terrible, and yes, I did get the proper ones for astigmatism and everything, but my eyes are so bad that it's like, didn't make much of a difference. Especially when I was typing, or at the computer. After a while, my eyes would just go blurry, and I'd have to take them out and put my glasses on anyway because it just wasn't working out. And that was when I was typing like all day because I did medical transcription and stuff before I started my my Etsy shops, which thankfully I don't have to, like, I stopped doing the medical transcription work because I've been lucky that my Etsy shops have been pretty decent so far. And I hope it stays that way because I was starting to get like really achy wrists and everything from typing all day long. Which that was, I remember getting a rude comment some months ago about how it was something to the effect of, what did they say? So basically someone was just like ragging on me for spending my husband's money when I don't work or whatever, which I don't know where anybody got the impression from that I don't work, because I have worked. There was maybe 2 to 3 months after I had Aiden that I did not have a job because where I worked, which that's a whole nother story in itself, basically forced me out. They demoted me after I had him because I told them I couldn't work as many nights, because at the time Steven worked nights and I had nobody to watch Aiden. We don't have family here. All I have is my grandma and his grandma, which she has really bad arthritis and she can't pick him up or anything, and he was a newborn, for crying out loud. And my boss was like, oh, what about daycare? Do you know how expensive daycare is? I would have been working just to pay for daycare, so that was why I quit that place, because I'd rather just stay home and watch my own kid than pay for someone else to watch him. I don't trust daycares anyway, but needless to say, I started doing the medical transcription and everything. I'm using the Gwen Stefani blush palette, the cherry color. I started doing that until I decided to do the Etsy shops. I started the sticker one first, and then I started doing the makeup one. And they've both been doing really well, and I'm very... It's pretty stressful sometimes, because I'll go, like... I'll have days where I get tons of orders in both shops, and then it's like I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But I can't complain, so... I don't even know where I was going with that. I just remembered that comment and it pissed me off, so... Okay. I'm almost about done here. For my lipstick, I'm going to use the Tarte Texas Toast. I cannot get over how awesome the formula of these are, the Tarteist lip paints. I know they're coming out with matte ones. I'm not sure they're going to be as great. I mean, this is pretty much matte, but it's a moussey consistency. Ugh, even my lips are so dry. So aside from the fact that my lips look gross because they're really chapped, it's super comfortable. I haven't gotten any more colors yet. I want to grab one or two more because there were a few that I liked. But it does have a slight peppermint scent to it that pretty much goes away once you put it on your lips, because I'm not a huge fan of peppermint scented lip stuff. It's super pigmented. You don't need much of it. Like, I only dipped the wand in here once. And probably out of all the liquid lipsticks like this one and Sugar Pill are my favorite because they feel very comfortable, they're very light, they don't dry out my lips. Like, I love the Kat Von D ones so much, but they make my lips so dry, like, to the point where they hurt. The Kat Von D ones, the Jeffree Star ones, they all are pretty drying on my lips. So to have a moussey one like this that's really comfortable and lasts just as long as those other ones, and I mean, it's not completely transfer proof, especially once you just put it on, but after a few hours it kind of sets and stains almost. I don't know, but if you have not tried the Tarteist lip paints, I definitely recommend them. I'm not the hugest fan of Tarte, I don't have that much of their stuff, but I really like those lip products. So this is pretty much my face of the day now. I did like a gold with cranberry in the crease, and then I did a darker brown in the outer corner with the Natasha Denona Star Palette, which I have been obsessed with. I love this so much. It was definitely not a regrettable purchase. I got it from Beautylish, so I mean, I could have sent it back if I got it and didn't like it, but I love it so far. So, let me put my glasses back on so I can see what I'm doing here. Oh, Julia, I didn't... Yeah, my lips are so dry right now. I should have put some lip balm on first. But I apologize for all the dry skin flakies. I hope you guys enjoyed my little, like, chatting, get ready with me video. If you did, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll try and do one of these at least, like, once a month, because I know you're not going to want to see them, like, every single week. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you in my next video.